Welcome to the When in Robes podcast. This is the only show where you don't need clothes to travel the world. I'm Carly Consker, your host and personal travel guide. Let's do the damn thing. Hello. Welcome back to When in Robes. I'm Carly Consker, and today I am coming to you from a really special place. Today I am in La Romana in Casa de Campo. It is a resort, but also has villas, and it's a place that's like a second home to me. It has been about 10 years that I've been coming here with family, and today I have a really special guest. I have a friend who has been coming here longer than I have, and I'm really excited because he's my first male guest on When in Robes. Welcome, Zach Gad.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're also my first real friend that I've had on. I have people that work in the travel industry that I've had on, but you're the first also non-travel industry person.
Just non-expert,
just a friend that has many memories here with me that we will get into. But first, we are coming from my villa. So you can either stay at the hotel or in the villas. And this year I'm staying in a villa. I have stayed in the hotel rooms in the past and they're really nice, but there's benefits to both. So the hotel, you have the access to the pool, the spa, there's restaurants right near the hotel rooms, but you're further from the beach. Versus villas, if you're coming with a family, and this is a family resort, it gives you more room and more kind of bang for your buck. So there's a whole range of villas. This villa is a small 2-bedroom villa with 1 bedroom with 2 queen beds and one with the master with a king bed, and newly renovated bathrooms, 3 bathrooms in this villa, beautiful kitchen, living room, and we have a whirlpool outside, and we're right on the golf course. So I know you guys are staying in a villa as well.
Yep, we're in a villa not too far from here.
Newly renovated?
Yeah, it's a great villa. It's 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, brand new finishing in the kitchen, in the bathrooms, great furniture, pool, and a big backyard. It's very nice.
And Zach's here with a lot more people than I am. He has a huge family here, and so obviously a villa is a better idea economically than it is to stay in multiple hotel rooms.
Right.
And it's definitely great because you do have a huge kitchen. There's usually housekeeping to cook for you and chef to cook for you, and you have the benefits of that.
Yeah, and there's grocery stores. You can go get everything you want and
totally
cook at home as much as you want.
Totally. So first and foremost, Zach has been coming here a lot longer than I have. So when did you guys start coming to Casa, and what kind of brings you back year after year?
I've been coming here for 17 years, probably.
Holy shit.
Yeah, a long time. Most of my life, pretty much. I mean, we keep coming back here because it's a great place. I mean, they have so many different activities. They kind of have everything for the family: beach, tennis, a lot of golf. And it's kind of, it works out well for my family because we can all kind of, go on a family vacation, and then everyone has their own activity, so no one's getting bored or not having a good time.
Amazing. So Casa de Campo is huge. You don't really leave what we call the campus of Casa de Campo. It includes a marina with a ton of restaurants, a beautiful beach that was newly renovated in, I believe, 2018 or 19.
Yep. And
they added pools to the beach. They have the 2 pools at the hotel, a spa, beautiful gym. They have something called Altos de Chavon, right?
Yeah.
Did I say that right?
Yep, that was right. Yeah, it's a little village.
Yeah. It's a village on top of a mountain, essentially. And it's mainly cobblestone and kind of coral, I guess. It's coral that's I don't know, stone.
Yeah, it's a cobblestone village. I think it's I don't know how old it is or how long it's been there, but I think it's meant to feel old. They have an amphitheater. They have a lot of restaurants and bars up there. There's a golf course up there.
And a lot of musicians have come through and performed at the amphitheater. It's, I believe, 5,000 seats. I've gone to a show there. Not that comfortable to sit, but you're also, it's a beautiful amphitheater, and that's the point. You're there for the experience. Yeah. There's also bars, restaurants, and we'll get into that later. But Let's talk a little about your experience in Casa, because I feel like it's slightly different from mine. You love to golf. I've never once been on the golf course here, and it's apparently the number one golf course in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Tell me about it, because I've never gone to it.
Yeah, the golf here is incredible. There's 4 courses on what is the campus of Casa de Campo. 3 are open to the public. 1 is a private course that's part of the La Romana Country Club, which is a members only club. I've never actually played there.
I've never been there. No one's invited us.
Yeah, we need to find more locals that are members.
We need more friends.
But there's the Links, which is probably the easiest course. Teeth of the Dog, which is the best course in the Caribbean. It's it's incredible. It's pretty much all along the water. It's a really tough course, but it's a lot of fun and very scenic.
Yeah.
And then Dive 4, which is probably my favorite course here, and actually probably my favorite course in the world. It's on the top of Altos de Chavon, so you're kind of playing in the mountains. And, there's holes where you tee off from one mountain and the green is on another. And it's really fun. And it's just a wide open, huge course.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Do you ever miss and have it drop to?
Yeah. Falls off the side of the mountain and it will go into the river and you lose your ball and it sucks. That
sucks. That sucks.
Yeah.
Personally, I really just thought it was just one long golf course that went all throughout, throughout Casa. And I was like, oh my God, this is the longest golf course ever. But now I know that there's 4 different courses. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Before we go on, let's talk a little bit about the robes, because my mom, I have to give her a shout out. She absolutely is amazing. And we would not be wearing robes if it wasn't for her today.
Shout out to Lisa.
Shout out to Lisa Konsker. You are a rock star. So my mom this morning, I tried to get us hotel robes because we're not staying in a hotel room. So I get it that with COVID and everything, you don't really take the bathrobes outside the room. I tried to get some from the spa. Didn't work. Then this morning, my mom drove around and somehow finagled 2 bathrobes for us with the Casa de Campo logo. It says Resorts and Villas. It's really thin, but these are huge. I'm not sure if she got extra, extra large or something, but they're humongous. But they are just a very thin white robe. This is not the type of robe that I usually love, but because my mom made such an effort getting it, I have to say that it's amazing.
Yeah.
Because we would have been here in bathing suits if it wasn't for her.
We were expecting not to have robes.
Yeah. I was expecting, as of an hour or so ago, I was expecting to be in a bathing suit on camera, and it will be my first one in robes without a robe. And that would have been really sad. So my mom came through. The robe, personally, not my favorite robe, but sentimental. And I'm happy that we have them.
Yep.
She killed it. So when we come to Casa, there's a lot of things to do here. What is besides golf, what activities do you love here? Have you tried, or what kind of makes this place unique compared to other hotels?
Yeah, the beach is great. I mean, the beach is, I think, unique in that there's a lot to do at the beach. You mentioned the new pools that they have. There's the adult pool and the kids pool and the new bar.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be on the beach. You could be in a pool overlooking the beach, basically. There's also a lot of water sports. There's kayaks and canoes that you could rent, and the banana boat. And
I was about to say the banana boat.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Have you gone on that?
A while ago, when I was really young, when I was maybe, 13 or 14. It was the type of experience where we were both young and we did it once and we didn't love it and didn't do it again.
Okay. So it was a one and done type of situation.
Yeah.
There's also a kids club here. If you have really little kids, it's great. You could just send them there and then go drink.
And there's a basketball court there.
There is?
Yeah.
Is that new?
No, it's pretty old. It's been there for a while.
No one's ever told me about this, and I love basketball.
Yeah. You're talking about the one at the hotel, right?
Yeah. But they also do stuff on the beach with them.
Yeah. So at the hotel, there's that little kids club, right off Lagos restaurant.
How did I not know there's a basketball court there?
It's a half court. It's one hoop and yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Zach, you're teaching me so much stuff. You learn something new every day about Casa. So besides coming here every year, what is your favorite trip you've ever gone on? Favorite hotel? It could be Casa, but favorite trip of all time that you've done?
That's tough.
You can give me also a top 3 if it's hard to pick one.
So probably summer of 2019. So a little bit before COVID started. I think it was 2019, might have been 2018. We went to the south of France.
And who's we?
My girlfriend, Gabby. So the two of us went to the south of France and we visited her family. We were there for about a week. And then we took a train from this small town in the south of France across France into Italy.
Gorgeous.
And we did Lake Como, Rome, and Florence in Italy. And it was like a 2-week trip, 1 week France, 1 week Italy. And that's just... It's probably one of the most beautiful places in the world, if not the most.
Stunning.
Yeah.
I remember seeing your photos on Instagram from that trip. And I'm like, are they ever coming home? They've been gone forever. But yeah, absolutely stunning. Did you have like a favorite place of that trip or just all together?
I mean, all of those different like cities and towns that we were in are kind of unique and incredible. The south of France was so much fun. Where her family is, it's beautiful. It's very remote and it's hard to get to, but it's right on the Mediterranean, and it's
gorgeous.
Yeah, you just kind of, it's like this where you come, you're in the sun and you're at the beach for a week. Lake Como I've never experienced anything like Lake Como. And I thought I wouldn't like it because I was kind of like, what is there to do there? And you do all of these activities by the lake, and there's towns around the lake, and it's just really scenic, and it's really nice. Rome
speaks for itself.
Yeah,
you know, like
great food, great history, tons of things to do. Yeah, like what's not to like about Rome? And
bomb.
It is, and
it's so good.
Honestly, Florence, I didn't really have any expectations going to Florence, and I think it's one of my top 5 favorite cities in the world.
I love Florence. I've spoken about it on the podcast before. My mom has friends that own a few restaurants there. They own a leather store as well, and it is the best. Yeah, I think it's just gorgeous. Yeah. It's so much fun. They also have really good nightlife in Florence. I don't know if you guys went out, but...
Yeah. We were in Europe in a tough time because it was kind of the middle of August.
Okay.
So there were a lot of... Down. Yeah. There were a lot of people that were business owners that own restaurants or clubs or bars, and they're on vacation. Totally. So everything's closed. And so I don't think we got the full experience, especially in Florence, but it was still amazing.
That means you have to go back.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite hotel of all time? You can say Casa because obviously we know that this place is amazing. Yeah. But if there's another one that you love.
Probably the Ritz in Paris.
Oh my gosh,
it's
gorgeous.
It's incredible. It's so nice. It's very French, very bougie. But
Zach's becoming French.
I'm practicing French. Yeah. I'm still very bad, but have a lot of work to do. He's
going to be an expat in France.
But yeah, the Ritz in Paris. I love Place Vendôme and that area. There's also the Le Comptoir behind the Ritz.
Your accent's amazing.
Been practicing. So that's probably my favorite
favorite
hotel.
Paris. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
When you choose hotels, like, do you ever compare it to your favorite hotel, or like when you're like looking, like what are some things that you look for when you are booking like travel and hotels?
Yeah, probably the first thing I look for is like the location and proximity to where I want to be, what I want to be doing, and wherever I'm going. So if we're talking about a beach vacation, I want to make sure that I'm close to the beach, whether it's like walking distance or a short drive. Or for example, like if we're going to Florence or going to Rome or any major city, you want to be in the city and be able to easily access things. So that's probably the first thing that I look for. And then just bang for your buck.
Yeah.
What are you going to get for the price you're going to pay? And is it going to be fun?
No, totally.
Yeah.
Totally. I agree. I completely agree. I think location is really important. I'm also a hotel snob. So like I like certain amenities, but I prefer something that if I can find like a luxury hotel or a small luxury hotel or a really cool boutique hotel that like kind of has that like Soho House kind of feel, something like that. I think that's cool because then there's a lot of people younger that will be there.
Yeah.
I know that I laugh because I know the answer to this next question or the next few questions, but you have a fear of flying. Yes. You get a lot of anxiety. I've been with you prior to taking off on flights.
Never on a flight though.
Never on a flight together.
Never on a flight.
No,
prior to taking off.
Almost.
But yeah.
Almost, but never on a flight together. What goes on in your head prior to flying, and like how do you manage to travel so much with this, like how do you manage it?
Yeah, well, how I manage it is,
and also has it gotten better over the years or worse?
I think it's probably stayed the same.
Okay.
How I manage it is I just try to distract myself on planes, whether I'm watching a movie or a show or listening to like a podcast or reading a book or audiobook. Just anything that I could do that kind of gets my mind focused on something else.
Right.
So like long haul flights, I'll try to find, you know, a series that I've been wanting to watch and never had the chance to do it, and just try to binge watch it on a long, like a 6, 7, 8 hour flight. So yeah, that's kind of my method for getting through it, especially when there's like turbulence and
drugs. No. I'm kidding.
But yeah, I just try to take my mind off of actually, you know, being
the
there.
flying part.
Yeah, the flying part. Yeah.
Okay. No, that's good. That's good. So that being said, I do know the answer to this next one. Have you had any crazy travel disaster stories that you would like to share?
Yeah.
With everyone?
Yeah. Probably two crazy travel disaster stories.
Does one include me?
One does include you and Lisa.
Let's do the first one that doesn't include me, and then we'll do the one that includes me.
Okay. The first one actually was pretty recent. It was last Thanksgiving 2020. Okay. We decided to go to my grandparents' house in Florida to celebrate with them because they usually come up to New York and it's a big family thing. And we wanted to be a little bit more careful with COVID, and, you know, some family members felt a certain way. So a few of us flew down to Florida. It was a weekend trip, basically. I think I went on a Wednesday night, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and I came back on Sunday. My flight going down there was empty because it was, you know,
COVID.
The heart of COVID or close to the heart of COVID. And we're about an hour into this 2.5 hour flight from New York to Palm Beach.
I'm so nervous for you right now.
And all of a sudden the pilot says, "Ladies and gentlemen, please prepare for landing." And
you know you're not there yet.
I'm 100% aware I'm not there yet. I was like, how are we there in an hour? I'm looking at the map and we're in North Carolina. And I was just like,
this is it.
What's happening? Why are we landing? Every possible thought was like racing through my head. I think the main thing I thought was like, I got on the wrong plane somehow. Like they weren't like,
that's like the best possible solution. That like, I'm on the wrong flight.
But like we were landing probably at like 9 p.m. and we were landing in, I don't exactly remember where, but a very small town in North Carolina, tiny airport in North Carolina. So I was like, how the fuck am I going to get to Palm Beach? Like my mom and grandparents are going to kill me right now that I got on the wrong plane. And the pilot didn't say anything. None of the flight attendants said anything. They're just like, we're landing now. Everyone, you know, seat backs, put them back up in the upright position, tray tables up, electronics off, all that.
Did they look nervous at all?
They looked just very serious and hurried to get everything ready for landing and sat down. And we land in this tiny airport. I am like texting my mom, like, I don't know what happened. We just landed. I'm in North Carolina. And, you know, typically the pilots will come on the speaker after they land and make a little announcement, but nothing. The pilot just pulls up to the gate. The doors open and then the FBI runs onto the plane.
Shut up.
And
are you kidding me right now?
No, I swear to God. FBI runs onto the plane. It's like 2 marshals walk to the back and arrest someone, take someone off the plane, arrest them. And it was
way.
Yeah, swear to God. It was like a man wearing a full pink juicy jumpsuit who was apparently smoking on the plane in the bathroom. I guess maybe like one of the flight attendants found out. I didn't like smell anything. I didn't know what was going on. I think I was just like listening to music.
To smoke on a plane.
Yeah.
I guess if they take it seriously.
Yeah. They like ground I guess maybe they thought he had like something more serious or I don't know, but grounded the plane, took this guy off.
I can't believe he's in a juicy sweatsuit.
And it was basically like a 1.5 or 2 hour delay. The pilot came on and like in hindsight, he did a really good job. And he came on and said, you know, he didn't want to alarm that person that we were grounding so they could be escorted off the plane. So
you don't want to like tip them off either.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like what if like it escalated?
Exactly. So there was just like, we had to sit there for like 2 hours while they did paperwork, and then we went and continued off to Palm Beach. But that was pretty crazy.
That's actually insane. But like, luckily there was nothing wrong with the actual plane itself.
Yeah.
But like, I could imagine, not just you, but like you to another level freaking out. But like, I feel like I would have fully panicked as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Because when you don't know what's happening and why you're landing, it's scary.
No,
completely. Yeah. And I think for me, just flying wise, that's the main thing that I'm scared of, is that it's a situation where whatever happens is totally out of my control.
Yeah. It's like the unknown, like you have no part in it.
Yeah.
That's insane. And then part 2, it obviously involves me, because I know this one, and this is one of the most epic travel stories. At the time, not fun.
At the time, it was miserable, but also if you look at the photos, we're like smiling.
Yeah. Like we had a good time in the worst possible situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do you want to tee it up?
So, yeah, I'll tee it up. Okay, so we were flying home. The year was 2014, and there were a lot of snowstorms happening in the Northeast.
Yep.
And we all ended up flying on the same flight home from Punta Cana to JFK. And this flight got not only delayed, but we got stuck in the Punta Cana airport for days. And
multiple days.
Multiple days. And when I say delayed, I mean delayed because they refused to cancel.
Yeah.
For hours.
They were not forthright, and they kept saying, we're 2 hours delayed.
And by the way, this is JetBlue.
This is JetBlue.
And I love JetBlue. I will say this. I love JetBlue. I fly them constantly. I have status on JetBlue, so please don't take that away after hearing this story. But you guys were shit.
They know about it. I called to complain afterwards.
I 100% believe you, and I need to hear what you said. But like, it was the shittiest situation. So I'm sorry, JetBlue. We will be shitting on you for the next 5 minutes.
Maybe longer.
I
will never go back to the Punta Cana airport after that.
Thanks so much for listening to today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe, rate us, and leave a review. And as always, follow us on Instagram at OneandRobesPod. And while you're there, you might as well follow me at Carly Consker. See you next time.